Hello, my beautiful gamers, and welcome to the Thornier channel. And today, we have a bunch of stuff to talk about, a bunch of news. Just wanted to talk about this because this is kind of huge out of nowhere. I wanted to talk about the Microsoft layoffs. They laid off 1,900 employees at Activision Blizzard, which is kind of insane. Do you know that most of them were working on a survival game, which would be interesting. Apparently they've been working on it for 6 years. Crazy. That's kind of horrible. They're losing a lot of people, but it's not uncommon for this to happen, especially around this time of year. Around January, February, companies lay off a lot of employees. This happens like every year, and they just it sucks. It sucks to see this. I hope everybody that lost their job gets it back. But we can see that just a couple days before, Tencent, Riot Games, they laid off 530 people. And there's a couple other companies that have been laying off their employees, which is not too great, but these things kind of happen and it sucks. Hopefully they're able to find a new job soon. But I wonder what they were working on. We'll probably find out as more news comes out. But it's hard to know the future, you know, these things, because we were just getting out of like the dark ages of Activision Blizzard with how Bobby Kotick was running the company and kind of running Overwatch into the ground. Season 8 has been a complete disappointment. You know, it's just I haven't been having any fun in this season. I know a lot of people are saying like it's better balanced, you know, this and that. Malga is now nerfed, and we had the experimental mode, which is fine. But the experimental mode needed a little bit more tweaking. I think actually for push and payload, it wasn't too bad. Spawning instantly kept it more chaotic, you know, that wasn't too bad. But capture point in the other one, that's basically the same game mode but, you know, faster, those two modes kind of sucked under that. And we don't even know if we lost any Overwatch 2 people that are developing the game, because they have also been kind of saying that like Orisa and Hanzo is basically how they're gonna handle mythic skins from here forward. So not a lot of customizations as the other ones, but who knows? We'll just have to see. It just depends. So it's kind of disappointing. It makes it harder for them to get up on their feet after like all the things Overwatch has gone through. I really hope that they can pick it up and start rolling again, because it's just like every couple months some kind of sledgehammer gets like tossed at them, and then they fall over and they're tumbling down a flight of stairs. So, you know, hopefully they can get back up and start limping towards the future. But oh gosh, season 9's coming out soon, and I think season 9 is going to be an interesting season. So let's go ahead. This is like a whole news section because I want to break down season 9. Everything we kind of know before going in. They're reworking the competitive season. They're introducing, I think, emerald weapons, venture testing. There's a bunch of stuff that is speculations, like how in season 7 we got to test Malga before he came out. People are speculating that in season 9 we'll test out Venture, which is the DPS character, which would be interesting. I hope they do that. I hope we're able to test them out in season 9. If it is just for a weekend or so, like how they did Malga, that would be great. I think it's good if they keep doing this and keep working with the community. It's should build back some trust within the community, but you know, it's just hard to trust them at the moment. they still have a long way to go to earn back their player base's trust, and it's some of the decisions that have been made are kind of iffy. But I think we won't see the true effect of Microsoft Overwatch until late this year. It's hard to know, it's hard to understand, but there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that none of us know about, and just it's like an outside looking. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they keep doing things like buffing Orisa and nerfing other characters that just makes no sense. Like, I don't know how they're gonna do that. And plus the whole debacle with the self-healing passive coming in at season 9 for tanks and DPS, even though it's going to be a lighter version. It's not, the game is not promoting team play as much, where I've seen a lot of streamers and stuff saying that deathmatch is the most fun game mode at the moment. But in my boomer take opinion, the Overwatch boomer take, I still prefer just the regular game modes, the quick play and stuff. I love the team aspect of the game, but I guess I know it's harder and harder. They've done things to make it harder to work as a team. It's because the community can be kind of toxic, but that's like every gaming community. It's gonna be toxic, but you know, it's just, you gotta work together. But who knows, maybe it's gonna be great. I'm a tank player, so I haven't been having fun in the game since season 1, 2, since that, and the game has just kind of been like, oh gosh. I don't, in quick play I still play tank, but not as often. It's just a nightmare, dude. It's a nightmare for tank players. It's been a little bit better, but the game just feels like it's all support orientated still. I know that they nerfed them, but like, I'm trying to think about this from my tier, but also keep other tiers in mind, because the game is completely different. The higher or lower you are on the ladder, it is a completely different game, and anybody that says it's not is kind of lying. They're all different worlds. They're different worlds that are really hard to understand. It's hard to not think about just the immediate world that you are in Overwatch, because the meta is completely different for every tier, you know. But it's just different. It's hard to think about. But it's, hopefully it'll get better. I'm hopeful. We're about to go into it. I'm glad that season 8 is ending, because this season has just been, the battle pass was terrible. There's nothing really good in it, in my opinion, besides the Junker Queen skin. And other than that, I just didn't like any of the skins. I know a lot of people, some people, not a lot, some people like them, but there's always going to be some people. But you know, it's just not for me. It's just not for me. And I was kind of sad, because I actually liked the prehistoric era. You know, I was hoping we would get more dinosaur style type skins, but we didn't. We only got hamster egg, which we've been getting like a hamster in a battle pass for like 3 battle passes where he's been in it, and I'm not a ball player, so it's kind of annoying, but understandable. I'm waiting on Ramatra to get a mythic skin, because Ramatra is really cool. But overall, yeah, what do you guys think about that with the Overwatch into season 9? There's other stuff I want to talk about going on into the whole news of one of the games that I've been enjoying the most in 2024, Palworld. The Pokemon Company made an official statement saying, we intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts of infringement on intellectual property rights related to the Pokemon, which is like, all right. I don't know why people are celebrating this, you know. It's fine. I mean, they have a right to protect their intellectual property, but I don't think Palworld is infringing on anything. I think it's a parody game. I think parody is totally fine. It doesn't, The only thing that it has that is like Pokemon is capturing. But if like you want to be serious, it plays more like Arc. If you've ever played Arc, you can tame, which is also kind of like capturing a dinosaur in that game. And I think it's a parody on that too. It's a very fun game. I've been enjoying the heck out of it, if you can notice the music in the background. Yeah, I don't see why people are celebrating this. Is really kind of annoying, especially when Pokemon, like, there, in my opinion, warning, there hasn't been a great Pokemon game that I've personally enjoyed since Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I've talked about this a lot on my stream at Thornykura, twitch.tv, and and just, I was hopeful during Pokemon Arceus, and I did enjoy that. I also enjoyed Scarlet and Violet, but it was like, I enjoyed it for a short time. It was a very short burn, but I've already put way more hours into Palworld, and you got to look at the graphics for both games. It's not even close. I know that the Switch has limitations, but like, they're a $1 trillion company. How are they not making their game look like remotely as good as this, or having, like, I don't know, it's kind of upsetting. But I'm glad that we got Palworld. It's kind of everything I wanted in a Pokemon game, even though it's a little bit violent at times, you know. But hey, people are having fun with it, and if you're having fun, then more power to you. And I am just having a blast with Palworld, and I can't wait to finish the game. I want to go and beat it, which, yes, you can beat Palworld, kind of, and beat all the towers and go to the final boss. That's kind of the goal. I want to capture them. I want to capture them all. So, yeah, I don't get it. Someone would have to explain to me. I know that some of the pals look similar to Pokemon, but also Pokemon looks similar to, like, Dragon Quest mons, and if you really want to be an asshole, you know, they all look similar to real life animals, so who's really copying who here? Is that's a bunny? My goodness, they're copying Mother Nature. How could they? You know, I don't get it. Someone will have to explain, but I think I have heard rumors and whispers among the grapevine about them using AI, and if they are using AI, that's not cool. You know, you should actually get, I know it's a bit more expensive than AI, because AI is, like, super easy, barely inconvenience, you know. It's no, but you got to do things right. You got to get people to put their artistic vision in the mons, because there's a lot of fan art of fan art Pokemon artists that this guy could have, like, talked to, and they could have gotten some, like, really decently designed pals in there, because I don't think people would be like, oh, you're making, like, this game, but you want some help with designs of some pals. I don't think anybody would be like, no, that's horrible, why would you do that? Yeah, I think people would be like, you know what, that's a fantastic idea, let me help you make out some great art. And then obviously you would pay them and stuff, not not be like, okay, cool, and then run. take the art and run. Take the art and run. No, but I think I don't know, so I'm gonna have to actually look that up, maybe cut into the future. But yeah, but that's about it, really. I wanted to keep this kind of short, kind of sweet, talk about what's going on in the news lately. Kind of annoyed at some stuff, but I really hope for the best of Palworld, because it's like nothing like Pokemon besides like some designs maybe look like some of them, and then you can capture them in a ball. But after that, there's literally nothing in that game that is like Pokemon whatsoever. Literally nothing. No mechanics, nothing, because Pokemon is kind of dry bones. And this game is like a fully fleshed out Koopaling, you know? That's not the but there are also two different styles of games. One's a survival game, one's an RPG game. So different styles. But I think Pokemon, if they actually made a survival game, like how they kind of teased with Arceus, it would have been probably one of the best selling games of all time, because people want this. It's obvious, but it just took an indie developer that I think their statement here, I can find it, they just wanted to make a game that people would like. And also they knew Americans liked guns, so they put that in. That's funny. That's probably like the funniest part. They put guns in because they knew Americans like to shoot guns. Interesting. How could they? But other than that, gamers, take care. Have a fantastic night. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, fish trouts. Bye-bye.